From sunny San Diego, California, Wednesday afternoon, the Padres host the New York Mets. Pick it up in the top of the second inning. This is Darryl Boston grounding a single past Roberto Alomar going into right center field. This scores Darryl Strawberry from second base. The Mets led 1-0. The starting and winning pitcher for the New York Mets was Frank Viola. Here in the bottom of the second inning, he gets Gerald Clark for the strikeout. Viola improves his record to 16-8. He went 8 innings, allowing only 5 hits, 1 run, and striking out 7. Then in the top of the third inning, Darryl Strawberry lines a double to left center field, scoring Greg Jeffries from second base. RBI number 80 for Darryl Strawberry. The Mets led 2-0. Then in the bottom of the third inning, the Padres get on the board. This is Roberto Alomar blooping a single in front of Darryl Strawberry. This scores Mike Pagliarulo from second base. Bip Roberts goes into third, but Roberto Alomar is tagged out by Howard Johnson at second base. This play made the score 2-1 New York, and that would be all the scoring until the top of the ninth inning. For the Padres, starting pitcher Calvin Schiraldi also did a fine job, allowing only 2 runs in 6 innings. Then in the top of the ninth inning, with the score 2-1, the Mets get some insurance runs. Dave Magadan hits a single into right field. The ball goes past Tony Gwynn, scoring Greg Jeffries all the way from first base. This gave the Mets a 3-1 lead. Then later in the top of the ninth inning, Howard Johnson lines a single into right field, scoring Dave Magadan from third base. This gave the Mets a 4-1 lead. RBI number 72 for Howard Johnson. Moving now to the bottom of the ninth inning, the Padres have Tony Gwynn on third base, Joe Carter on first. The tying run at the plate, Gerald Clark, but he would ground out for the final out. John Franco picks up his 29th save. The Mets win 4-1. Frank Viola is the winner. He's 16-8. Calvin Schiraldi gets the loss. He's 3-6. The Mets win 4-1.
Last night's hero, John Kruk, and his Philadelphia Phillies visit the Dodgers on Wednesday night. And in the bottom of the first inning, Phillies starter Jose De Jesus strikes out Kurt Gibson. Moving on to the top of the second inning, the Dodgers starter John Neidlinger strikes out Charlie Hayes looking on his fastball in the outside corner. The game would remain scoreless until the bottom of the second inning, and with Nick Laver and pitching coach Darrell Knowles looking on, Mike Sharpenson would single the ball up the middle. Eddie Murray would come home and score, as Lenny Dykstra's throw home to Darren Daulton was a bit too late, as Daulton tried to block the plate from Murray. The score after 2 was 1-0 LA. And in the dugout, Sharpenson and Murray get together again, as Sharpenson cleans Murray's eye. Going into the top of the fourth inning, with the score still 1-0 LA, starting pitcher John Neidlinger would get his 6th strikeout in just his 4th inning as he strikes out Dale Murphy. Going now to the top of the 6th inning with Von Hayes at the plate. He would take a call strike inside from home plate ump Harry Wendelstedt, as Von Hayes obviously does not like the call, takes a minute to regroup himself. A few pitches later, as the Phillies have Darren Daulton on first base and Lenny Dykstra at second, Hayes would hit this bouncer to Eddie Murray, who would throw to second for the force on Darren Daulton. Lenny Dykstra to third base. Von Hayes is still obviously mad about that called strike, and he says some few words to first base ump Joe West as they get into a heated argument, as first base coach Pete Vukovich would try to separate the two. Philly manager Nick Laver would try to keep Von Hayes away from first base ump Joe West, but with no avail, as Hayes is still very angry at West, and West is just laughing at Von Hayes. Von Hayes would be ejected from the game, and on the way to the dugout, he would throw a few helmets onto the field. Another look shows that first baseman Eddie Murray and Von Hayes, who was standing on first base, was very surprised by the ejection by Joe West. The next batter up, Dale Murphy, with Lenny Dykstra still standing on third base, would single to left field. Lenny Dykstra would come around to score. That makes the score 1-1 in the top of the 6th inning.
Take a look now at Eddie Murray on first base, still having a little bit of a laugh over Joe West's quick thumb of Von Hayes earlier in the inning. Then in the top of the 8th inning, Dale Murphy hit another single. This time he hits a single through short that scores Darren Dalton and gives the Phillies a 2-1 lead. That was the third hit of the night for Murphy. Moving on now to the bottom of the 8th inning. Mickey Hatcher comes up as a pinch hitter and hits a chopper down to third and then dives to beat the throw of Charlie Hayes, so Hatcher has a single. Pinch runner Jose Gonzalez went to second on a wild pitch and then to third on a sacrifice, and then Don Carmen threw his second wild pitch of the inning to allow Gonzalez to score, tying the game up at 2, and Nick Leyva can't believe it. Then in the bottom of the 9th inning, this is Stan Javier hitting a sacrifice fly to left field. This will score Eubie Brooks and give the Dodgers a 3-2 victory in the bottom of the 9th.